that I accidentally robbed my plug. How did that happen? I gotta tell you all the details of what happened actually from beginning to end. So this is a story, and I'm gonna leave a lot of people's names out. I'm gonna call them different names. I'm probably not gonna give them names at all. But I was at a I was at a party. There was a few females, and there was a guy that just got out of prison, and one of my homeboys' friends. I can say his name because he had no involvement in this. Mike, one of Mike's friends, not the peace dealer, different Mike. I was in Chicago at the time, right? He wrote two of his friends didn't know each other. It was me, the dude whose house it was, couple people. So one of Mike's friends, smoked a little bit of crack rocketha, and he was acting all weird. He was moving funny, and I guess he bumped another guy, the guy who just got out of prison, and he pushed him. Right, he pushed him into the owner of the house's TV, and it broke. And the guy goes off, man, you know the kids gotta watch the cartoons on that, and the game coming on tomorrow. That's not even my TV. That's my mama TV. And he was like, everybody leave except for A, you, and you. And I was like, bro, why do you have to involve me in this? And he was like, what should we do, A? And I was like, well, I think we should just jump him, take all the money in his pocket, and make him walk home. And he was like, no, it's not good enough. I need another TV, and I can almost guarantee he does not have enough money to get me another TV. So what we gonna do? You know what we gonna do? We gonna hit some licks. And I was like, bro, I don't want to hit any licks right now. I'm really drunk. I'm a little high, and this dude is scared right now, bro. If we get caught, he's gonna tell on us. He's gonna tell on us, and we committed multiple felonies by making this guy essentially kidnapping him and making him rob with us. But because I had a lot of interest in certain types of substances, I was down after I got my motivational speech, right? So we're riding around in several different neighborhoods, broke in a couple houses, just two. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was dumb. It was dumb. And then lastly, we broke in probably like 15 cars, right? So one of it was literally the last one. This dude was taking the change. We had like 12 cell phones, fancy perfume, cologne, some expensive sunglasses, all kind of stuff we got, right? So I don't want to give you all the details, but this dude's stepbrother worked at um a cell phone shop. So we took all the cell phones, put them together, and then we got a couple dollars for each phone. We made about probably not even that much, probably $2,000 that night. Not enough to go to prison for as long as we could have. And I was on probation, and that dude was on parole, and the dude that was driving us was a felon. So we would have just. It would have been ugly, bro. It would have been very, very bad if we would have got caught up. And we were doing this from probably 3 o'clock in the morning to probably 6 o'clock in the morning because by the time we got to the cell phone shop, it was open. So it was probably later than that. It was probably much later than that because it was daytime when we got finished. So I had a friend at the time named Marlene. Everybody knows I loved me some Marlene. And she was a model. And I had hit for a digital camera. And I wanted to keep it and give it to Marlene. And as I'm going through the pictures, just being curious, I see a picture of somebody that kind of looks familiar, and then I keep scrolling, and I'm, we just robbed my plug, and I felt so, I was scared and I was anxious, but I didn't say anything, and he never called me about it. I read up with him like right after that, like maybe 2 weeks after that. Um, But yeah, when I looked later, when I looked at it, just the amount of stuff that we got, and you know what I mean when I say stuff. I didn't think that was a regular person. That was not a regular amount for the average person to just have on them, no matter how much you do whatever you do, you know? And I didn't really think about it until later. But then again, when I thought about it again, the guy who initiated everything, the guy whose TV got broken, he didn't really like me all that much, which was fine. But at the same time, I'm thinking, I never knew where my plug lived exactly, right? There's it's specific things that I don't want to go into. They knew of each other at least. They knew each other. I'm thinking maybe he purposely drove me to his house to to get this thing done. And maybe he wanted me to get caught and end up saying something. Maybe that. Maybe that. Later, I mean, I really don't care because I don't live that lifestyle, and that was literally like 10 years ago. So, but that is the story of the time I accidentally robbed my plug, bro. Um, this all could have been avoided if I should have just left, bro. I don't even know. It wasn't like I was scared of this dude. It was just he was raised by his mother and like four sisters, so he was being very emotional. He was off of that, and it was just high energy at the time, bro. It was high energy, and at the time, I just always wanted to just get into something, and I needed the money. I really didn't need the money, but it certainly helped. It did. It definitely did. $2,000 split up three. He didn't get anything. He kept trying to steal from me. He stole. He tried to steal the cologne. When I smelled it, I was like, bro, what are you back there doing, bro? And I looked and he had the cologne in his hand and the shades were on the seat. And I was like, give me all that stuff, bro. You don't get any of the only thing that you keep is the little change that you stole out the cars, bro. We wouldn't even be in this situation if it was free, if it wasn't for you. This dude kicked out all the females, kicked out everybody except for me, you, one other person that didn't even go with us. I gotta go to work in the morning, G. All right, like, bro, work in the morning, bro. It's already like 3 o'clock at night. It is morning. Like, bro, what are you talking about? But whatever the case is, he could have worked at 11 for all I know. But probably not. Back, man. This is an Aaron Moses classic. I shouldn't be talking about this because I mean it's definitely gonna get demonetized, but it could be like worse than that. But he never found out who it was. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I didn't know where you lived. And I think that dude set me up. I think he purposely wanted to do that. I wouldn't have done it. You know, I had a lot of respect for you and the people that you hung out with, of course. But yeah, bro, it was me. It was me. It was me. It was me. You know what I should have did? I should have called him like 3 days later because that wouldn't have looked as sketch. But like people very much so underestimated me, so I don't think anybody would have suspected that it was me. And also, it was an accident. In my defense, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I was. I was under the influence of some heavy stuff, if you know what I mean. And yeah, we could have got a lot of years. I mean, I'm really glad we got out because I probably would have just been getting out maybe like 2 years ago if we would have got caught. If that your plug used to short you, that sucks. No, see, I wasn't. I was doing something extra. I wasn't like using. So that didn't happen. That didn't happen with me. It's not like he was my main guy, but when he was available, oh, he was available. But yeah, guys, that's the story on how I accidentally robbed my own plug. Figures, right? Um, After that, we cashed in everything. He definitely got enough money to buy another TV. He probably didn't even buy it that day. I'm trying to remember because I went over there right after, like maybe a week or so later. I don't remember exactly, but I drove that other dude home. I really didn't like that guy because he was really weird. He was crying because his underage girlfriend died when right after he got out of prison. Um, she was like 16. That dude was like 23. And I was thinking like, bro, you messed up her karma. That's why she died. That's why she died because of you. You killed her. And then I drove home safely with no license, high off of drugs. But that's it, guys. Moral of the story is Don't hang out with criminals, bro, and don't do anything except for like weed or that's it. That's it. Everything else is just a waste, and it's weird. But that's it, guys. This is Aaron Moses on the band. You the band. We the band together. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share if you found this video entertaining. Make sure you comment. That's it. Peace.